City of Courtenay is putting dog owners on a short leash after complaints that the city's cemetery has turned into a canine playground. Courtenay's mayor says grave markers are being covered in feces and dogs are damaging the surrounding cemetery areas as well. CTV's Ludicrous has the story.
It's been the final resting place for those who've lived in the Comox Valley since the mid-1860s. But now the city of Courtenay fears that Civic Cemetery is going to the dogs.
I think the issue has been around for a couple of years. Complaints about dog feces and dog droppings on actual grave markers, and also in the area, the scattering ground of ashes.
Courtenay's mayor Larry Jangula says complaints to the city about disrespectful dogs and their owners have been on the rise lately, and it's time to put a collar on it.
We've had people observing people having dogs run, people with dog owners playing frisbee and that sort of thing with dogs, and actually letting them run loose.
The city has put up signs indicating dogs need to be on leashes and advises owners they're expected to pick up any droppings. But Jangula says that's not always working.
The graveyard, even though it looks like a big green space, is a sacred area. It's where people's families are. It's a place that should be treated with respect. And letting a dog run loose and go to the bathroom on someone's relative's grave or ashes site is not respectable at all.
Today, these dog owners say the city is doing the right thing by trying to clamp down.
No dogs allowed. Yeah, just out of respect for the cemetery. Shouldn't be taking dogs in there, especially to exercise or anything like that.
But this pet owner says the city should be encouraging people to walk through the cemetery and calls any bylaw talk ludicrous.
I walk in the Courtenay cemeteries, the Cumberland cemeteries, and I never come across dogs wandering and leaving their feces on grave markers.
He says although he doesn't let his dog run free, he says the lack of an off-leash park area is a problem. He also doesn't think the city's plans for enforcement will work.
I've been there with other people walking their dogs, and they're on leashes, and people just walk amongst the graves, or they walk on the trail, and it's a ludicrous bylaw.
City staff will shortly be erecting more notice signs and have asked those who work in the cemetery to be more vigilant. The security firm that patrols the cemetery at night is also being asked to keep a more watchful eye. Gord Curvis, CTV News, Courtenay.